Assalamualaikum and good morning. This is my video presentation for my final project in Sociology in Education, and the title of my project is Burnout in Education: How Teacher Exhaustion Can Undermine the Quality of Learning. So first and foremost, my name is Rabiatul and I am today's presenter. Okay, let me start with introductions. Burnout is a state of emotional and physical exhaustion caused by prolonged stress, and it can affect anyone and can be triggered by anything. For example, constant pressure to succeed, personal issues, overwork, and common signs of burnout are increased irritability, low energy, low motivation, helplessness, and so on. So as we know, teachers are the backbone of this education system. So I want to focus my research on it, since many are burdened with extra duties beyond teaching, such as administrative tasks or handling subjects outside of their expertise. And this issue is especially prominent in Malaysia due to growing teacher shortage. So I use a quantitative approach, which is using a survey, and thankfully I have managed to get myself 19 respondents for my survey, and I have already organized it in a more organized manner, so it's easier to be understood. So these are my questions. So there are 6 questions in total. The first one is just a simple introductory questions. The next, here are my findings. So I managed to get 19 participants again. 17 of them are teaching secondary level and 2 of them are teaching tertiary level. And almost all of my participants expressed that they feel an imbalance between the in-classroom and out-of-classroom duties. With increasing amount of work given to educators along with issues of understaffing in Malaysia, they are bound to shoulder more duties. So there's a research done by the NUTP, or National Union of Teaching and Profession, that our country is facing a shortage of more than 20,000 teachers, and early 2024, if I'm not mistaken, almost 4,360 teachers have voluntarily applied for early retirement. And then moving on, let's move on to question 2 and 3. So for question 2, almost 13 out of 19 participants, or 68.4% of my participants, agreed that they feel low in motivation when they are burned out. And for question 3, they have chosen 3 of the most common symptoms they experience when burned out is fatigue, exhaustion, head body aches, and increased irritability. As stated before, burnout is a result of prolonged stress. Anyone who experiences this generally lack enthusiasm for anything, and in my case, educators are experiencing low motivation and declining physical and mental health. To add on, in question 4, on 63 or 12 people out of 19 express how burnout has affected their performance as a teacher. The teaching profession is considered a very stressful occupation. You can see through my survey where most teachers are experiencing symptoms of burnout, and this is what leads them to choose or to leave the profession. While it mostly impacts teachers, it can also impact students too, because a study done by researchers Madigan and Kim 2021 highlights how students are less motivated to learn from burnout teachers, which leads to them doing worse in academics. So let us move on to the question 5 and 6. I have decided to incorporate open-ended questions in order to understand my participants' opinion as well as perspectives on the topic of burnout and ways to cope with it. So for question 5, how they manage stress and avoid burnout, 5 of answers that I found very interesting is: first, they said prioritize the most important task first, so the rest can be done later and one at a time. The second one, think positive, motivate myself, saying all of these will be rewarded handsomely by God afterwards. The third one is say prayer to God. The fourth one, when I have free time in weekend, I don't want to touch schoolwork. I'd rather go for a walk and spend my time with my own hobbies. And the last one is taking breaks and ask for help. And then for question 6, the question is what changes or support would they want to happen in order to reduce burnout? And the first The first answer is more about talking about administrators, including principal, playing their part as regular teacher instead of bosses them around. And they also included these, which is they want them to be annually evaluated just like the teachers, take up the same maximum of teaching hours instead of minimum hours, aren't exempted from taking relief hours, aren't being held are being held responsible for administrative work. And they also added that uh, they should not act like bosses, so that they are compassionate towards other teachers and be well informed of the SWOT aspect of the organization instead of being ignorant or told by some other colleagues with hidden agenda. And the second one is tasks should be delegated across all teachers accordingly, so everybody has the same opportunity to execute the task. No more focusing on certain teachers who perform better than the others, or the idea of younger teachers should be given more jobs than the seniors. The third one is just simply acknowledge that our hard work rather than mocking us continuously for small mistakes. And the fourth one is teachers are to teach, not do clerical works. And the last one is increase the salary. Okay, so from their answers alone, we can deduce that they are indeed overworked and underappreciated by the administrations, especially. A research done by Jamwat, early 2021, recommended that school authorities are to provide a balanced workload for teachers, as well as review the amount of workload they handle in order to improve the quality of teaching. A moderate amount of workload will help to ease stress and tension among teachers, thus help to maintain motivation. Finding a balance between work life and private life is important, as it is essential in maintaining satisfaction in their job. Lastly, I would also like to highlight what the author said in his research, which is he also stresses how teachers should possess the knowledge and ability in managing burnout. And thankfully, in my survey, now we can see that fellow educators have found a way of coping and managing burnout that fits them. Having patience and understanding is a crucial aspect all educators need to learn and have a teaching profession, since the teaching profession is very tough. And that is all for my findings. These are my reference, and in conclusion, teacher burnout is a serious issue that affects both educators and students alike. As the core of the education system, teachers' mental health and physical health must be prioritized. They are not machines. They are dedicated individuals who work hard to shape the future of the nation. To address this, schools, government must take proactive steps to improve working conditions and support teacher well-being. By doing so, we can boost teacher performance, which in turn helps students succeed and grow into capable future leaders. And that is all from me. Thank you.